Hello, friendlies and unfriendlies. Life's been busy, I've been lazy, and the internet is still cooked. Since I've been busy with life stuff and didn't have time to do things that I've actually enjoyed, I took to everyone's favorite 2 a.m. hobby, doom scrolling Twitter. You should definitely go follow me, I'm pretty based. But instead of just doom scrolling this time, I did what I've never done before. Got in the trenches of social media replies, and my god, I feel like a fucking genius. But first, I wanted to talk about YouTube's new policy update that's coming into effect in early 2027. If you're watching this video, I assume you've heard the news because you need to be chronically online to find my tiny channel. But YouTube has essentially doubled the metrics needed in order to join the Partners program. That means 8,000 hours of watch time instead of 4,000, or 20 million views on shorts instead of 10 million. Obviously, I was only holding back on YouTube because those numbers were too easy to reach. But now YouTube has presented me an actual challenge, so I'm in this bitch. The mentally challenged versus the challenge. Get ready for some absolute cinema. Or dog shit. It's a coin flip, really. Anyways, I jumped into the Twitter battlefield on a lot of those rage bait and pretty controversial topics because I'm not a pussy. I have opinions. I've had them for almost all of my 26 years alive on this floating rock, and I plan on having them for many years to come. And that pisses people off. There were about 2 days where I'd spend 5 minutes here or there seeing what the timeline decided to bless me with, and if I felt like I wanted to say something, I did. That's the premise of see something, say something, right? Here we have some random VTubing trans activist with a sub-zero temperature take surrounding Asmongold getting banned and being compared to Shaka Zulu Piker. And for some context, I watched Asmon quite a bit growing up. I was a big WoW kid because it was the main way I got to spend time with my dad. So I'd occasionally see a video of his and always thought he was a pretty funny and intelligent guy. Fun fact, I still think this. But as I've gotten older, he's dipped more and more into politics and I've stopped watching him. As for Hasan, he said America deserved 9/11. I live here. Need I say more? So I, with all my wonderful balancing abilities, decided the only appropriate option was to fence sit. What I did not realize was the fence was electric and Hasan supporters had the remote. I think they're both vile. I can just agree with Asmon more often than Hasan. And if you keep up with all of the Asmon controversies, you'll know what this is referencing, but for those who don't, Asmon was talking to his chat about the 40 to 60,000 Moroccan immigrants who decided to flood Ceuta in Spain. God, I hope I pronounced that right. During this conversation, he spoke about how they were using their women and children as meat shields, essentially to use the West's single biggest vulnerability, empathy, against them. And when met with the question of, what should they do in that case, he said the quiet part out loud.
You mean you'd shoot adults and deport the kids, right? Well, I'd shoot whoever. Yeah, I'd shoot whoever. I mean, if it's kids, women, men, anybody, just shoot them. They're going to stop coming over.
Out of context, that sounds awful. However, I love context. It's like my third favorite con thing. Right after convictions, and right before contrary. And contrary to what Twitter wants you to believe, he's right. Yes, shooting women and children and anybody is wrong with no context. However, shooting towards women and children while military-aged men are invading your country and accidentally hitting them is less bad, by a wide margin. But I don't think it would be fair to blame a country for defending itself against an invasion. And in this case, 40 to 60,000 people is half to 2/3 the population of Quetta, so it qualifies as an invasion in my not so humble opinion. But like I was saying, it's not fair to blame a country for defending itself. No, no, no. We must lay blame on the root cause of this problem. Wait, no, wrong script. Here it is. We must lay blame on the root cause of this problem. The people fucking doing it. I could go into all of my political standings, but we'd be here for a while. Just know if you think typing Free Palestine on Twitter and flaming random people is doing anything, I am the wrong channel to be watching. But back to what I really care about, the replies. My fence-sitting abilities were no match for the few replies that I got.
Full stop. You were commenting in support of a guy who just got banned for saying border control should shoot indiscriminately no matter age. Full stop.
First, I never said I agreed with him on that, until just now. But when the reply I made was calling both of them vile and just saying I can agree with Asmin more often than Hassan, full stop, homie fucking ran with it. And sadly, the main reply to the comment that it started a war in the comments got taken down. But I thought I was really funny, so luckily I grabbed a screenshot.
Because you're a dumbass sheep. If you agree with anything that terrorist pasty roach has to say, then you're just genuinely too stupid to vote.
And that got me really riled up. I was seeing red and I thought of every hurtful thing imaginable. I took to the reply section with one mission and one mission alone. Drawing blood. Are you ready for this? I don't normally vote anyways, because I'm lazy. But it's really ironic that I'm getting called a sheep by a furry for having an opinion. Absolutely devastating. When they come in screaming like a banshee, just throw on some earbuds, smile, and wave. It really is that simple. Do I think this weird, angry Asmin hater deserved worse? Yes. But the other comments and replies were going to town with slurs, and honestly, I'm happy that comment got nuked, because, whew, y'all are a lot. Both sides of this shit. But I've worked in the hospitality services management before, so I have way thicker skin than a lot of people. Plus, my family's kind of built on bullying each other, so this shit is just a Tuesday for me. And now, there were a lot of other reply sections that I jumped into, like this one where someone said, white people are the worst thing to happen to humanity, and I very gently said, I feel like racism in general, like slavery and the current white people are abominations mentality, is the worst thing to happen to humanity. And very quickly was met with a Bible-thumping r damning me to hell for things that my family never did because we were in Poland until after World War II. By fire, brimstone, and pierogies, bitches. Or this wonderful interaction surrounding the Jake Lang scenario in Dearborn, Michigan, where he was being a meanie and protesting Islam during a Muslim march, and some guy snuck up behind him for a hug.
Take the name of Jesus!
Ooh, yeah, my bad. He was helping The Rock give him a hug. And I pretty much got called a racist for understanding how the Constitution works. I mean, I was probably called a racist just for defending a white person, but I'm gonna give the guy a little more credit than that and say it's for knowing how to read. Anyways, that pretty much sums up my current endeavors on Twitter. It's fucking gross, and I absolutely love it. Arguing is easily one of my favorite things to do to pass the time, and I hate myself for not getting into this sooner. But yeah, go follow my Twitter account down in the description, drop a sub while you're down there, and I'll see y'all later. Take it easy, guys.